Welcome back to another
Hey, everybody.
episode
Man.
of the Unblockable FGC podcast. Got a great show tonight. Got some great news, and kind of a dicey topic to talk about that I'm excited to talk about with my two co-hosts. We got Blue Gee.
Yo, I don't know what we're talking about today.
Yeah, you do. You saw the script.
Yeah.
And Mope. How's it going, Mope?
Good. Yourself?
Doing good. Got the
Good,
spooky
good.
vibes set her up. See
Spooky
that?
vibes.
Trying not to get
Jolly.
I see your
scared.
pumpkins.
Trying not to get scared.
Dude.
Looking dope.
Ah!
Need some
Oh,
more light stuff.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Spirit of Gutek just popped
The
in.
spirit of Gootsegs. The spirit of FGC past.
You know what happens, man? Yeah, this place is spooky.
Was that ESPN? What? FGC don't know about ESPN.
The ghost of FGC past.
So what it is.
Oh no.
All right, so
Flo's gonna pop out the back. Like,
I'm just gonna hear the jingling
Oh
of their
my God.
jackets during the Christmas special. Yeah.
yeah. You should get a cutout Mike Ross in that Christmas sweater and like make bow sounds when he's coming.
And through my halls
Like,
just
what's
echoes,
that?
"Get in my ass." Okay, fuck. Tangent. So we're gonna talk about Among Us Arena, the new esport we should all be playing. Power Rangers.
It's
Uh,
another game we should be playing.
Another esport we should be playing. It's a new costumes of Street Fighter V, along with their CPT pack. Nick Brawl, maybe the fighting game we should all be playing. Marvel 2. And then we're going to touch on the casual versus competitive audience and what
Audience.
the FGC, maybe even as content creators, should be focusing on. So, Among Us Arena. Have you guys heard of it?
I heard of it. I saw
Yeah.
thumbnails of it.
Yeah,
I was
I've
too
seen-
scared to press on it
I've
though.
seen a little.
Yeah, dude, we have to play it.
I was like, I'm kind of in block and mix up. You want me to solve a fucking murder mystery too?
There's a body
A little
bag.
too much.
So you can go download the Among Us Arena game. It's for Windows. It's a fan project.
Ooh.
But they have your classic characters like red, white,
Red, white,
blue,
green.
and green.
Oh, nice.
I saw some pretty complicated.
All the Pac-Mans are there.
I saw some pretty complicated combos for it. It's actually like kind of cool looking.
Really?
Yeah, some people are like doing.
How many buttons is the game? Do we know?
I don't know. I just know the emergency meeting button, dude.
I thought it was just like a mashing game. That's why I didn't think of it. I thought it was just gonna be like one of those like where you just press one button.
No, it's a true esport, Blugie. It's a true esport.
Is it?
Yeah, it has
Is it really?
combos.
Yes, what you said too, Mope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have combos for it?
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
It has real
does, yeah.
combos. Yeah,
Let me.
it's legit.
There's a community for
Does
it
that look
already. Let me show you
combos?
guys.
Just lets you throw Hadouken.
Oh no, I'm kind of scared of looking up just Among Us stuff. Look at corner
Does that
optimal
have a
combo. Like I looked it up and there's optimal fucking blue combos.
Blue combos.
All right, here I got a clip to show you guys. Maybe you can see it.
I kind of see it. Is that? Oh. Was that an overhead on the start, dude?
Yeah. Dude,
Oh,
it's
I didn't
still
realize they have
going.
orange in this.
Dude,
Oh my
this
God.
combo is so long.
Bro,
Is that
what?
dead character right there?
I don't know. I hope to see that in tournament one day.
We
though.
gotta play it. We gotta play it.
Save that one
Play
for
it-
later.
play it right Play it right now. No.
That was sick.
Well, maybe we have time afterwards to play. Who knows?
Wall bounce combo.
But definitely subscribe, people. We're gonna play some Among Us Arena, and we'll see who's the best at being sus.
That's the new game to play.
Yeah.
We got diamond ranked in there, dude.
So that's really all I have to say about Among Us Arena.
It looks cool.
Oh, you like
Are a
it?
lot of
game
people
looks sick.
playing it? What's the word on the street? Are people switching games now
Gosh,
for Among Us?
I don't know. I think it's a wise
Dropping
choice.
Everyone's
Guilty
getting the
Gear
hype
for
train.
it.
Dude, it looks like a
Love
Flash game.
Guilty
Reminds
Gear.
me of like a Flash game, dude.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, Among Us always looked like fucking Newgrounds type of
What do you
game.
say?
Yeah.
That's pretty
I
cool.
don't. I never played Among Us, so I'm not gonna know the lore of
No.
Red.
Woo.
That game's
I
fun.
know they made up a new word, sus. Like everything became sus when Among Us came out.
Kind of sus. Yeah.
You're sus.
Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Probably one of the
Go, go,
best
Power
kind of team
Rangers.
games out there, with incredible rollback. Also support for 120 frames per second. Great game.
Whoa.
Great lobby system. Sick ass
Dude.
game. They have their fourth season. Fourth season came out, actually came out 21st. The first character that came out in it was Adam Park. Kind of a
Oh, was that the ninja guy?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to ring some bells for you.
Yeah.
You and Mope. So we got Adam Park, Poisandra, and Rita Repulsa.
Like Rita, like the
Rita.
original
Like
evil
Rita.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just
exactly.
laugh all witchy.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's dope.
Isn't that
It's cool that they're still able to push out more characters. This
Yeah.
game's
There's
been
a lot
out
of
for a
characters in
while,
Power Rangers, dude.
and it's not like a you know.
Dude, they should bring back characters that did have powers, like those two bullies at the high school in the original one. They should just make them characters. Just give them bust ass moves.
Yeah, no,
Like someone that's not.
that's actually
Wait, Power
sick.
Rangers don't even got powers. Do they?
Yeah, don't
They
they?
got the suits. It's morphin'
The
time,
suits give them
dude.
power?
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
wear suits though.
That's true. They just still do like hand-to-hand combat.
They're regular ass people, bro. I can call on a drone to like step on your face though. Big ass robot.
The game is sick. The game is actually super, super cool.
Dude, we gotta play
Yeah.
that more too. That game is so fun.
I've been playing Ryu in there for a bit.
Yeah, dude.
Trying to
You
learn
gotta
it.
tell us all about
The
how
Crimson
did they do
Fire.
Ryu like pretty well in the game, Mope?
Yeah, he's definitely different.
That's cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, to get like different normals, like you have to continue like a certain button
Mm-hmm.
to like extend it to get to that one move.
Who
But
do you think
it's
brought
pretty
them to
fun.
their game better? Do you think Fortnite did a better job than Power Rangers?
Yeah, who did it more honorably?
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's a hard
Who
decision,
did those
dude.
crossovers better? Ooh.
Yeah.
Could jump super high in Fortnite, you know?
Oh,
That's-
so he's super jump. So
No,
this is
just
a Marvel. Yeah, this is a Marvel reference even.
Yeah.
What about Ryu and Monster Hunter?
He's Monster Hunter? I thought Akuma was.
He's in the older one, ain't
Yeah,
he?
he's in the Monster Hunter world.
The world.
Dude, he's like the Mickey Mouse of fighting games. Why isn't Street Fighter more popular?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
What the fuck?
Dude, they ever bring Street Fighter to Universal, dude? Just watch like some dude wearing big ass feet walking around looking like Ryu.
Dude, that would be funny.
Yeah,
Big
that's
old
the
feet.
fucking costume.
Big old gloves, too.
Cyber Akuma and Ruby
Whoa.
Heart returning to Street
Oh.
Fighter as costumes.
Oh,
More Marvel stuff.
sad panda face.
Sorry. Ruby Heart, what's her name? Rose. That's going to be a Rose costume. Or it is. And it honestly looks so sick.
Looks sick.
I have a picture.
Who got the
if you guys
Akuma
haven't seen it.
outfit?
Akuma looks sick, too.
Akuma?
I think it looks really cool.
Fuck.
Cyber Akuma.
So let me go ahead and
Does
show
it look
you.
like Cyber Akuma from Marvel 3? I like the
Yeah,
way he looks in Marvel 3.
It honestly
dude.
looks so cool. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Dude, when he does Raging Demon, he's like, "Phoom."
So hopefully you can see it. I just changed it there.
Dude, I like the way when he Raging Demons, he's like, everyone back the fuck up. And then he like Raging Demons.
It looks cool. I don't have the photo here,
I spread the.
but
Burn.
he has the wings on too, so it looks really, really cool.
Dang, does he throw like triple power balls now when he jumps at you?
No, it doesn't.
I don't think there's any extra stuff.
No.
This was cosmetic.
And here we
Yeah.
got Ruby Heart too. So
That
cool
looks
looking.
Dude,
Good.
Ruby. So
So and
Dang.
Damn.
Has a chain too instead of a
yeah,
scarf. That's so cool.
exactly.
Dang, dude.
So it's really,
Is there a
really
way to take this off though? Because no one's gonna like it if you can't take nothing off.
cool. Wait, take
Like
off
if you
what?
hold
Her hat?
buttons.
It's probably the most they'll
I
do.
get. Yeah, right, dude. Shit, next round you're like different outfit.
That'd be cool.
This
Swimsuit
has to be like a
edition.
response to the
Is there like a
free
bird on her,
MvC2,
dude?
huh?
Oh my
It's
God,
a
Momo, you
Right?
have a point.
Like it has to be, right?
You're right. I think
Like they're acknowledging it.
it has to be. Yeah. The whole free MvC2 movement, because it's been going on for months.
You know what they're doing?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They're feeding off that
Oh
hope, and
yeah.
they're just
Oh
making money
no!
on
Don't
these
say that.
outfits.
Well, that's
dude.
the
bro.
point, though, right? It's like, hey, there's money, Capcom. Just
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's as far as they're going. Like, here, get these outfits.
true. I guess so. Yeah, because we're not seeing a Wolverine fucking costume for Blanca. Even though how sick that would be, we'd never see that in a million years.
Or
That wouldn't make sense for Blanca.
it would make more sense for Necalli, I think.
Oh,
He
that's
has,
true.
Oh
That-
yeah,
way better.
that's true.
Swiping
Yeah.
or whatever.
You're so right.
Swiping and swiping, baby.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Nash
Dude.
should
There's probably
definitely be
already a mod
Cyclops.
for it, to be honest.
There probably is.
Yeah, there
Out
probably
there
is.
in the Nerdverse. This is a nice outfit. This is Rose?
This is Rose.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool how they have the chain.
Yeah, instead of the scarf. Yeah, it looks pretty good, huh?
Damn, dude.
It looks so
You got the
cool.
eye patch?
She's got the eye patch. Uh huh.
Yeah.
Dude, that bird. I didn't even that
Yeah,
bird
he's-
right
he's sitting
there.
Oh
on
yeah, I
the
didn't
rock.
even see that either.
He's sitting on the rock, I promise.
Oh, he's on the rock.
Yeah, he's not on her.
It's like, why
That
is there a
bird looks
bird on
like it's part of the
there?
outfit, dude. Like, why is she on a bird, bro?
This is released alongside the new CPT Pack, which includes, like, of course, the
Oh,
stages
is that
from
fire,
before.
bro?
This is Falcon from Power Stone, a game that's drawing a blank from me. I don't know if you guys ever played Power Stone,
Power Stone, no.
but he looks sick. The custom looks cool. Everybody was like losing their shit on over Twitter, like how cool this is.
Really?
Yeah,
They're trying to be hip because they had no fucking idea who that was either.
I've been
Like,
playing Falcon since Third Strike. Yeah, I saw a lot of those comments.
been playing Falcons and Street Fighter Turtles, bro.
So that was really, really cool. It definitely segues easily into the next topic, which is that Marvel vs. Capcom 2
Has rollback.
has rollback on the Dreamcast emulator.
Oh,
So
That's.
Hmm?
Oh, I was just gonna say that's cool.
yeah, super cool.
might as well be on a laser disc, dude. With Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
That's the best version, though.
Is it?
Yeah, Dreamcast. Is
I never
like,
really knew which version was the best
I
one.
think Xbox Live was like one of the worst ones for people. But that was like the most easy one to get, though.
Hmm.
Was the Xbox 360.
Did the Xbox 360 version have a training mode?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did. Okay.
But there's something, I think frame data is different on the two games.
Yeah,
Because people always say you need to play on the Dreamcast one.
Cable has
I
one
remember
frame
that.
super instead of 0 frame super.
Dude, that's so sick. I was so happy when I learned how to do it with the Tiger Knee.
Oh, the loops.
Yeah.
Those are the loops
Oh,
TikTok should be
man.
hype about, not fucking video looping.
No, some dancing.
So it's
Dancing with the drone circling your ass. Dude.
it's really cool, you know. The whole MvC2 free MvC2 movement seems like to getting a whole lot of traction.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw some news. They're delaying the last character for Street Fighter, huh?
Oh, that's
Really?
right.
Yeah, they're delaying him. I think he's coming out like way later now.
Yeah.
Like next year.
You're totally right.
Oh,
You're totally right. Yeah, from what I
I wonder
remember,
why.
they're supposed to release Luke.
Maybe Street Fighter 6? Maybe Street Fighter 6, dude.
I don't know. I wouldn't they were
Hey.
supposed to release Luke this year, but they said, "Hey, Capcom Cup's not going to be till next year, so we'll release Luke after Capcom Cup or something like that."
Oh, that's the only reason? Aw.
So, yeah, we got a whole nother year of Street Fighter 5 most likely.
Dude, I haven't been
Dang.
playing. I feel bad. I haven't been playing Street Fighter 5. Dude, I haven't been playing no fighting games lately.
No, what even? Oh, I saw you playing that scary game. I don't know how you play it by
I've been playing
yourself.
spook games. Been playing the spooky games.
Spooky.
I need to play some fighting games. Dude, nothing could keep me like going.
Yeah, in fighting games.
Like, because the big thing for fighting games was like learning like links, like how hard some links were in Street Fighter 4.
Mhm.
But Street Fighter 5, I'm like, there is no learning curve. I could just learn the combo really fast and never have to work on it.
In Street Fighter
So I don't know
5.
what to work on, and I'm too lazy to learn frame data, so that's never gonna happen. So I'm just like, I have nothing to work on, so it doesn't keep my interest. My whole thing was like doing combos, like Marvel 3, learning combos. So
Yeah.
it's like, that's my favorite thing to do is like learn combos. Marvel 2, learn combos, learn what
Yeah.
characters work together. Street Fighter 4 was like, damn, these fucking links are hard to do. Like, how do I get consistent on these harder combos? Street Fighter 5 is like, oh yeah, I could just like do everything again right when I start playing again. So it's like I didn't miss anything.
hmm Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. I definitely do, and
I think I just think of fighting games differently because I'm still not into like frame data. I don't take it that seriously.
I hear you. Yeah.
Like that wasn't the fun part to me. That wasn't fun. Like I'm not a Tekken person. Like I don't want to learn people's shit.
Yeah, you wanna.
I just want to do a cool combo.
Yeah.
But Street Fighter 5 lets me do the cool combo already, so it's like, alright. I can just mash it out. I don't have to worry about anything in that game.
And yeah, no, I like those are two things I definitely want to talk about a little more between like being a competitor and being a casual fan of FGC of a fighting game.
Oh yeah, my bad. I keep segueing to that.
No. It's like no. I'm glad you're thinking about it still because it's gonna be a pretty big conversation. But last thing before you head into that, yeah, Nick Brawl confirmed. Ren and Stimpy,
Hey.
Cat Dog, and Mope. I think you mentioned another one.
Cat Dog. April O'Neil.
April
April
Leonardo.
from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Damn.
So cool.
So it seems
So we're
sick.
talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today when Raphael's like yelling "damn" all
Oh,
the time.
damn.
Wait,
like,
he does?
"Damn."
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's like always yelling in those movies.
But it looks so sick. You know, I'm actually excited to play it.
Yeah, the roster for this game is
It's
really
off the
something to be
charts,
hyped for.
dude.
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah. It
they're
had
really
being
knocking
rollback.
it out.
It's just hype because it's like
Dang, it has rollback
that's that
too.
Marvel
Yeah, it has
feel,
rollback.
dude.
Like sick ass rollback.
Dang.
Like, that's the thing that's
That's
sick about
cool.
Marvel versus
Yeah.
Capcom. They're like, oh, what characters made it? Like that's what the hype thing was.
Oh
So
yeah.
like that Nick Brawl game is like, oh, what characters are gonna be in?
You're right, huh? Yeah. Because when I saw Cat Dog's a stance character, by the way. I was like, fuck, that is sick.
Dang, you changed the cat or dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. That's
So,
sick.
I-
Characters
Cat
make the
style.
fighting game.
Yeah.
No matter what fighting game it is, like it's pretty much just falls to the characters and what you
Alright.
like.
We're all gonna be Reptar mains, right? Is that like both?
No.
Just someone was dissing. I don't know who was. Someone was dissing Rugrats the other day, dude.
Really?
Oh,
How
no.
dare they?
They're just
Yeah.
babies, man.
I know, dude.
Chill. No, just kidding.
Dude, if I didn't have my shitty keyboard, I was about to get in on that Twitch chat. I was like, dude,
No,
fuck
it was
this.
on
Shitting
Twitch. dude.
Shitting on Rugrats, yeah.
That's when the block button comes in handy when they see some fucking
Oh, dude.
sacrilege
Dude, even the
shit
Twitch
about
dude,
Rugrats.
I had to like try unsubscribing as soon as possible because he was hating
Oh,
on
the
Rugrats.
streamer, and yet you're sub to this person.
I was not anymore. though,
Unsub
dude.
September.
Not
dude.
anymore.
Yeah.
How dare them, dude?
Please let us know. And
Remember Doug though? Did you guys watch Doug?
Doug was a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quail Man.
Dude,
Oh,
do
dude.
you think
Those undies on the outside,
Blue
bro?
from
Dude,
Blue's
let me
Clues would
rock
be in it?
that.
Blue. He is Nick. You're right.
Nick
That'd be
Jr.
dope.
though, the Nick Jr.
hits you with that handy
dude.
dandy notebook, dude?
Do they have they should have like a?
Pre-
You remember like Nick Jr. had the face
Yes.
like that would just talk during commercials. They should have like a stage of the
Oh
face.
my
If they bring
god.
Nick Jr. to
They should
it.
have like Temple of the whatever's. You know what was that? What was that
Uh,
game show?
Oh, yeah, I think I
You
know.
know what
what
I'm talking
you're
about?
talking
Dude, they do like a. Dude, that'd be sick. They do like a Nick Jr. DLC and has like freaking Dora and
Dude.
Boots, dude.
Boots.
Boots
Yeah.
is like your tag partner.
That'd be cool, like DLC ideas, because you could do like a Nick at Night
And then like
DLC,
on her
Nicktoons
map,
DLC.
dude, on Dora's map, the sniper comes out. The swiper guy, he
Yeah.
just comes out and he can take your meter.
Dude, imagine
Oh,
Boots
dude,
down
that would be
air
sick.
is Doctor Doom's foot dive.
Dang, dude.
So-
They can bring his cousin in, dude. Or
Diego?
Diego.
That just shows how hyped this game is right now.
We're getting excited
Like,
about the game.
like, it's so cool.
Yeah, we should get on that.
Oh.
I think everybody
There's
should
gonna
get
be
on it.
supers in that game, huh? There's gonna be
Yeah, I
supers,
forgot
right?
what it's called in that. Yeah,
That's so cool.
and there's wave
There's no
dashing.
items though, right?
There's like some technical shit in there. It seems already.
Looks
Are we gonna
cool.
play it on release?
I'm down.
We should.
I'm
We
down.
gotta.
You gotta.
We gotta, man.
We should.
Dang.
But here's the question: Will we try to go pro in it?
Aw,
I don't
dude.
know.
It's gonna be a success.
Kids handle
I
that.
think it's gonna be a success.
Is there
no
any
matter
like
what.
newer Nick characters in it?
Yeah, like the I don't know. It's like a long
Pup,
haired.
Pup Patrol.
No,
Pup
it's like this
Patrol.
little goth looking character.
kid?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
I don't think people know what emo is anymore. Actually,
Emo. Well, yeah, 2010s are back. Yeah.
Emo's
They
not
just call it
dead.
something else
That's-
now. It's not dead, but they just call it something else. They call it Twerkerverse or something.
Workoverse.
It's work over.
I'm gonna
know,
look this up
introverse?
after the podcast.
Some new made up words that they made up,
We'll
dude.
see what
Introvert and like echovert or something.
Workover.
Introvert.
Streetvert. Yeah,
Extrovert
those
and
words.
introvert.
Introvert.
dude.
Extrovert.
Dude, I've been hearing that like since 2017 now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Got probably that and conceited. Oh man. Let's get to the topic I really wanted to hear you guys talk about. And this is the clickbait title. Why fighting games suck. We're gonna talk about
oh, dude, I can tell you all the reasons.
and yeah, that is very negative, and I hope it's more of just a bait and switch. I don't want to talk shit on fighting games or the people who play, because of course we love fighting games. But I do want to know you guys' thoughts on why fighting games aren't really popular and why, in the casual perspective,
Okay.
they
Hmm.
it's a negative connotation. You know?
Like, why they're not popular for the casuals?
Why? Yeah. So like getting somebody into a
Hmm.
fighting game, I feel like who's never played one before is like pulling teeth. You know, it's hard for them to get into it.
One thing would be that there's a lot of games now that are like mainstay games now. They had a good story. So if like fighting games just move to more cinematic story, like you know how like when you play Halo, you get to the cutscene and it's like
Okay.
an intense cutscene, and then like they had that amazing music with the cutscene,
Mm-hmm.
and like it had build up. They just need to put everything together. Like, you know how what game Killer Instinct they finally did where the level like builds up the music.
Yeah.
You know how like it builds up the intensity of the music. If they add that during the round, and all the cinematics with like supers and stuff like Guilty Gear has and stuff like the cinematics or Dragon Ball Z, if they add all that, they had like the level kind of digress, like the music, the pace gets faster, and Killer Instinct like the stage like starts falling apart when you start doing like your
Okay.
like the final combo. If they had cinematics like that plus like really good cutscenes and story, like you want to play through the story, like it's interesting, like because I don't remember Street Fighter V story.
No. So you're
I
talking
have
about
no
more
idea.
single player content.
More immersive type gameplay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
more
Right?
immersive, like yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
like, I feel like fighting games already have that though, you know, because it's just one-on-one. It's like
Yeah.
really a conversation between two people.
Yeah, and to give it
with
a
their
little more
minds.
perspective, frame this a little better. Like fighting games for casual, it just seems like button mashing. It seemed to them they don't know the skill behind it. Evo being probably one of the hypest um, tournaments doesn't get the viewership it should. I feel. Um,
Yeah.
and I compare it to other different esports like CS:GO, Overwatch, Valorant, and so on and so on. Um,
But that's the thing too. Like the games you're talking about, they all have the same exact mechanic. Like they're all first-person shooters.
mhm, mhm.
Like super basic to their core. But that's so simple, dude. That's like point and click. The thing with fighting games is like even the basic of fighting games, it's super hard. Because
Yeah, I think it's
you gotta know
really
when to block, you gotta know when to attack. It's just too much. Like the
yeah.
skill gap for just the basic of what a fighting game is to play like at a high level is just too much.
I think what it is too is that they brush it off because they can't really see like what's actually happening in
Mhm.
that match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have no idea what they need to
Like,
get better at.
well,
Pretty
they
much.
just don't know what like whiff punishing is,
Hmm.
and like what like the actual game is like, how it's like really
Yeah.
played. 'Cause
Yeah,
from their perspective, it's probably just like, oh, they're just two people mashing,
Because
and they're just hitting each other randomly.
first person shooter, you know exactly. Like
What's
when I play
happening?
Apex, I know exactly why I lost because I couldn't hit those shots,
Yeah, it's
and I
more
know
in your
exactly
face.
immediately.
Like,
Yeah, it's more
yeah,
obvious.
yeah, I hear you
Yeah.
because nobody, if we handed a controller to somebody who only played COD their entire life, but they're playing
You're
Battlefield,
not
they know left stick
screwed,
moves, right stick
dude.
aims. But if we handed somebody a controller to play a fighting game, now they're restricted to a 2D space, and
It doesn't make sense to
yeah,
me.
that they've never been played a fighting game before, and it's difficult. So I don't know. You guys do bring up some good points and how like
also too, maybe it's because like when you watch movies too, a lot of people don't really like martial arts movies
oh really
as well,
Really?
huh
right?
I don't know those. I love those movies. Ooh,
Because like
talking to wrong guys here.
I don't know, I feel like
so it's a bigger
They don't
issue
I don't
than
know.
just
appreciate.
fighting games then it's more than
Because
that.
like when you like say you watch a Jackie Chan movie, right?
Hmm.
Has like the sickest fight scenes in it, but like when people watch like I don't know, something in the
People
U.S.
like
that has to do with combat, it's not really like to the crazy intensity of what a Jackie Chan fight scene would have. So it's like,
John Wick was pretty good though. A lot of people like John Wick.
wow, I don't know. I don't
That's
know,
martial
man.
arts.
Because
I don't know.
It's just the skill gap's too high. It's so high, dude. It's
Because like when you compare that to like shooting stuff,
yeah
I feel like people are more drawn to like, shooting
yeah,
movies or compared to like a martial art movie. Strictly
yeah.
just martial arts.
mm,
Like if there's no weapons in it at all, like I don't know. I feel like that's the same towards like fighting games. Like
Because I
maybe
think
they just
people
don't
like.
like fighting.
Well,
Or like
fighting's
martial
different though,
arts.
because like everyone thinks they can fight, dude. You have YouTubers that think they can fight. Like fighting is like universal. Like everyone's into fighting. Everyone thinks they could do it. Like if so, you saw somebody and you're like, that's like a just different topic.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Yeah. I
Because
don't
everyone
know.
thinks they can fight, but they can't.
let me toss this question out to you guys then. Do you think like yeah casual fans have a hard time understanding the complexity of like whiff punishing
It's just
different combos
it's just too hard.
yeah
Cause like, well, that's the thing. Like when I play CS:GO on mouse and keyboard, dude, I can't get into it enough to ever try to play it.
but you're
And
able
I
to
feel like
play
that's the, if you call what I do playing it, dude. Like sometimes in CS:GO on keyboard and mouse, I'll just like
yeah
die. I'll run and try to shoot someone, but I have no idea about the map. Like the skill curve on that game is just too high because people played it for way too long for me to ever get good at it.
See.
Like they're so far up ahead, I'll never get to that level. So fighting games is way worse just because imagine playing a brand new fighting game and you're playing like a top tier guy and that was your first experience playing something like that. So you're playing online, you just kept getting top tier guys and kept losing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know when I played that CS:GO, I couldn't figure out why I was losing. I couldn't figure out it was because I didn't know the map well, or I just couldn't figure out just my aim was that bad that I just need to practice it. Like I couldn't tell what I needed to work on. So I feel like if you jump online right away thinking you can play people, because that's the other bad thing is like playing the story mode or arcade mode for a fighting game does not prepare you for playing online at all. They're completely different games. Because when you play online, you're playing a real person that knows how to play the game, but the computer AI can never simulate it well enough to know what's actually going to be happening.
Yeah.
So every time you get that real experience, you're never gonna know what you actually need to work on. So that gap is just too high. You're never getting there until you commit. I remember Street Fighter 4, I went 3 months without winning a game online. Like I couldn't win a game online, and I was actually playing a lot, and I still couldn't win a game online.
So
Like, given my life depended on it, dude, I couldn't win like at all.
so you think
And then like 5 months later, I was finally able to like win once every 5 matches still. Like that's how high the gap was because I came to Street Fighter 4 like what 4 years later after launch. So it's like it's just too high. Like you don't know.
So-
I could go play arcade as much as I want, jump online, think I got better, and no, I didn't. I had to go do research. I had to go find Gutex, Mike Ross, listen to their conversations when they're doing excellent ventures to figure out like what they're talking about. Yeah.
so? Basically, it's just
The FGC pass. Right
it's just
there,
the learning
yeah.
curve is too high.
High.
You
And you
think?
think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I first started playing Street Fighter, I thought I was doing the right thing. Like, well, let me just play arcade, and as soon as I could, as soon as I could be arcade without dying, I should be ready. That's not how it worked. I was just
see.
like, that's not helping me get good at the game at all. So I need to go watch people and see what they're talking about, see what they're actually doing.
I see.
Because the problem is the core game that gets shipped to you is not what you're seeing when you play online. They should let people know those are two different things. That's what I was saying. Like first person shooter games, you could play campaign, you could play Halo on the hardest difficulty. That's actually helping you. Like you're seeing like when you pop out the corner, you're getting shot immediately. So now you're getting better at like peeking, shooting. You know when you're about to die, so you know when you're supposed to leave. All those things are going to be when you play online. So playing the campaign, that's why people play on very hard and stuff because they get better at the mechanics of it. So when they do play online, the only thing they really need to learn after that is just the map layout. Like all you really learn after that is just the map layout, how people play the map, if people camp in certain areas. You don't get that in like fighting games at all.
I
I
see
don't
what
think
you mean.
anything that I do in arcade will ever translate to online. I can't think of anything.
So
Maybe just inputs.
what I'm the to water it down for like
No.
myself a little bit. What I
Yeah.
heard you speak about was more of like competing, like playing a fighting game as a single player doesn't prepare you for the competitiveness of going online. And because
Well, just yeah. Sorry, don't me cut you off, but because playing online is not just competitive. Playing online is going to be the longevity of the game as well. Like I know we like to think of it as competitive, but a reason people still play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or CS:GO is because of online. But some people don't even play it competitively. Some people still play these games casually.
yeah,
You know?
and that's something I did want to ask too. But before we go into
Yeah.
that, the gap between winning in a single player mode and winning versus somebody is so big. It's really intimidating to new players. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
getting? And
Pretty much.
I think it is really emphasized with how much it's 1v1. Like I'm gonna know stuff that someone new to Street Fighter doesn't know, and
Or
that's so exemplified in a 1v1 situation. and
yeah.
like this goes to you too, Mo, because you honestly play more fighting games than
Than
both of us.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, is competition the only thing a fighting game can do to hold somebody's attention, or do you think there's other things that would hold somebody's attention?
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
It's such a hard subject.
Because
I think.
some fighting games do have things just not competitive. Like MK has unlockables, dude. I remember the crypt. I would spend hours in the crypt just
Yeah.
unlocking things.
Yeah, I think if your game has like
Extra content.
I think what these fighting games are missing
Mm-hmm.
are probably a really intense lore.
I
I mean, like the
see.
only
Yeah.
one that's like really done it really good so far is Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
'Cause every time you get into that game, because I always hear casuals getting into that game,
Oh yeah,
Mortal
like
it's
Kombat.
people at
number one.
work or just like
Mhm.
friend of a friend, just randomly. It's like, oh, you play it. So it's I
Yeah.
think because when you look at all the games, you kind of wish all the fighting games, you kind of wish your character had more backstory and stuff.
I see
But
what you
that's
mean.
like
At
almost
MK,
every
yeah.
character in the game, like that has very little backstory. And I think
Yeah,
that's what
dude.
really does draw the bigger audience.
Yeah, dude. Why is Ryu barefoot, dude? Like why?
I think it definitely. I think it helps,
Why?
like lore and more story stuff. I don't know if it keeps people around though. Like Mortal Kombat has years of lore, and honestly, yeah, probably one of the
Yeah.
best selling fighting games of all time. But I don't. But
Yeah, and Mope is right though, like for real. Like, cause MK, I remember going to work and like people were talking MK
yeah.
with me, not knowing that I'll body the shit out of them if we ever played. Like they didn't know like I
but
was on
Here's a
another
but
question: did
level.
they ever watch tournaments?
No, they would just try doing like the new
Oh,
towers because
okay.
MK has the towers that unlock going for a certain amount of time, and they're always trying to get their cosmetics, their unlockable poses. So they had hours. Like one guy told me he had like 500 hours into MK,
But he didn't
and I was
compete in it.
like, he didn't, but he'll play
Wow.
online too because online you would play. So MK has seasons where you get different outfits when you
Yeah.
play in ranked. So he was just playing for unlockables,
Wow.
and I'm pretty sure Mo probably saw the same thing too.
yeah. Well, it's like Dead by Daylight too. Because like when when you would go into that game and that new rift comes out, like you want the cosmetic, like
I
how Blue
see.
V was
Okay.
saying. I think that's a very like
Yeah,
a thing that would keep people to interested. 'Cause you see that with those free to play games too, like Genshin Impact. There's like like those like
sorry.
characters you would grind for.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
But
I'm
like
thinking about it.
but like it's
Eh,
it's uh it's like the crypt too. That was like a grinding
mm,
type of thing. I think people
People loved it.
yeah. And it wasn't too like in the older games it wasn't too crazy like where it's like a super grind. I think if a
And it was
fighting game has
cool.
that where it's just like a grind but not too intense,
Mm-hmm.
then it would definitely like keep people coming back to play. 'Cause people like
Yeah.
costumes. You see
Yeah.
it in like a lot of games, especially Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, and even the way MK makes you get it, like you walk around these like almost like a single player mode. You're walking around unlocking chests. You're seeing like the bridge. You're seeing the pit. It has all this extra lore. You're seeing
Yeah.
everything.
Cuz I remember in Modern Warfare 2, you would have to get like what 200 headshots or something like that to get the gold gun.
Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah,
reason to keep playing. Like say if you
and
have
MK
that
has it too.
in like
Yeah,
a fighting game, like get
but
get like 10 like what 15 hit combos or something in a
well,
match.
MK had it. They had the fatalities. You had to get like 100 fatalities or something for each character. they had you gotta like make them drop like millions pints of blood, and I had people at work trying to get
See,
that.
that's cool. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I I think fighting games do have lagged in that the whole kind of working towards a goal and unlocking and making it more like an actual modern,
Rewarding.
yeah, service game.
Yeah.
Like I'm comparing it to Apex. Dead by Daylight's a great comparison. Mortal Kombat seems like they did a pretty good job with it. And yeah, anybody can
Yeah.
talk Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And
Dude, 500 hours and he never played
that's
competitively?
mind blowing. Yeah.
I wonder if he could beat me, dude. I don't think he could beat me though. He doesn't know.
Well, just putting in that much time to get a certain
I
thing,
know.
you would
Maybe
want
he
to
could.
learn certain techniques that help you getting better. So like
Yeah.
each
But-
match will
And
be
they-
a little bit easier. you
And
know?
they are playing online though, so he must have got good.
Yeah, he yeah. I think there is something to be said about how they played for unlockables. They
Yeah, because he grind online to get unlockables, so those unlockables made him play online.
yeah.
Because he had to shed or do fatalities to online players, so he had to learn how to beat players. But he wasn't playing to be competitive with me. He was playing because he wants to get unlockables.
And the way
That's crazy.
something I do want to like highlight is the fact that they play towers and people sometimes play for unlockables, which there's not a clear winner, not a clear loser in that. In fighting games being versus, you know, hey, we're all friends and we're all gonna have a good time playing a fighting game. But if we play a fighting game, hold on, if we play a fighting game, one of us is gonna win, one of us is gonna lose. And I think
Mhm.
that at its core might be putting a lot of people off on fighting games. And I don't know.
What, they want participation medal,
Because
dude?
in a team-based game,
Whew.
you lose as a team. You
There's a
win as
lot of variables into it.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude, I've been hurt on Call of Duty,
team-based.
dude. One time I went 2-13 and they all like made fun
Oh
of me.
no!
Like,
See, that's fucked up. Do you ever want to play Call of Duty again? No.
Yeah, it's sad.
But
dude.
it's
That made us lose.
kind of sad to say that like these things will help it get more like noticed. You know, like the whole like unlockables and stuff. It's kind of sad to say because like what fighting games is, it's something really cool. Like the whole learning curve
so,
to
too.
it. It's like something you would really like. If you find that really intriguing, it's something like.
Yeah. So maybe
I
the
don't
thing
know,
is
it's
that
just
they need
something really
something
cool and
to
different.
keep that attention. Like you need that thing to make them want to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because fighting games always gonna be a grind.
But it should be a grind in a specific way that could show you, like, hey, like there's like really cool stuff you could do that you're just not seeing. You know, with like
That's
certain
why,
links
honestly-
and like certain like, you know,
Yeah.
ground game and stuff like that. Ground game techniques to learn.
Because what about us right now? Like we all play Street Fighter 5, but we all feel like we force ourselves to play. I know sometimes
I
I
like
get
it.
that feeling.
I like playing it.
Like I have to force it. Do you like it all the time, or is there days where you feel like you're like,
Sometimes it feels
forcing
like
yourself?
homework, right? Because
Doesn't it?
because
Yeah.
I want to play it at a competitive level, but
Because I never got that feeling, but I'm more of a casual player, so like I don't like that feeling, so I kind of stay away from Street Fighter 5 sometimes. Because I'm like, dude, I don't like anything about this.
I think
Like
Yeah.
at least when I was losing, I had a goal where I wanted to do like the harder combos of Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
So it's like at least I still had a goal to work on. Like, I want to be able to hit that combo.
that-
yeah,
that's-
and I think
yeah.
that's the difference there between the two games.
Yeah.
It's just they, you know, they made combos easier for more of the casual base, which is cool. But I think what really made people want to play fighting games was to do the
Yeah,
hard stuff,
that's-
and it gave you reason to keep playing and try to get better at it.
Because they made that for the casual, which I feel like I am a casual. Like I might have more skill sets than like the normal casual, but I still consider myself a casual fighting game player.
I hear you.
And like
Mhm.
what they did with Street Fighter 5, well, that's just my own preference though, because I like hitting weird combos on people.
Right.
So it's like
But you like
they kinda
working
took
for
it
it though.
away. Yeah, and I like working for
Yeah,
it.
because it
Like,
gave you reason to keep training and get better.
yeah,
Because it's
I
more,
could trick
I guess it's
myself.
more like a realistic,
Yeah,
like it's more realistic, like how real fighting is too. You
yeah.
have to keep
Because
training to do it.
Street Fighter, I could trick myself and just like fish for crush counters and like could feel happy when I hit a crush counter.
So
I'm like, bam.
I have a few photos to
Legend.
share with you guys. And hopefully it kind of deepens the conversation some more and gives us an idea of
Ooh.
what's going on. So the first photo I have shown up. Sorry, this sounds like a fucking presentation. Street Fighter 5, boom, bam, boom. They. So
Did you work on this last night? Last minute
no,
presentation?
I swear I didn't. So
C mites.
to get to within the last 24 hours, the peak for Street Fighter 4 was 3.5 thousand. And this is not a complete picture. This is just on Steam. Doesn't include the PS4 population.
All time peak 13,000.
Yeah, 13,000.
That's all time.
So before I go into the other pictures, do you guys think this is a popular? This is good numbers for a fighting game, or no?
For a fighting game?
For a fighting game.
Or for a game?
For a fighting game.
I'll say yeah, those are good numbers for a fighting
Good
game.
numbers, okay. Okay, Mope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good numbers, okay.
Yeah. Well, just with our knowledge on fighting games in general.
And how big other games are.
Yeah.
Right.
Fortnite be blowing this out the water.
That's the thing too. Like my
Fortnite.
my biggest shtick is like why Fortnite is the most random bullshit I've ever. No, maybe it's not, but it seems.
Whoa, dude.
It seems.
Ooh, bring that Gutex out.
It seems like Fortnite shouldn't be as big as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's a first-person shooter, easy to get into.
I think it's a lot of that too. I think
And little kids, it's made for kids. Building Minecraft, dude. Sign me up for this, dude.
So okay, the next photo I have
What are we doing?
is of Guilty Gear Strive. Bam. Within the last 24 hours, they're 3.2K.
Dang.
And this, to give everybody perspective, this is the latest installment of Guilty Gear with the best rollback of a modern fighting game from... Dude, there's someone behind you. Boogie. Oh, it's your arm.
Huh?
Oh, dang, dude, that scared me. I was like, what?
You scared
What
me,
is
dude.
that?
Don't do that, dude. I've been playing Blair Witch and you're going to mess with me like that, dude. He scared me so bad.
That scared me. I thought something was like...
What'd you think when you saw it,
like
though?
at the doorway.
Me? I thought it was my hand because
Oh, okay, okay.
I use my noggin over here.
So, okay. Best rollback in a Japanese fighting game.
They're so
The
good. You
AAA,
scared me,
from a
dude,
AAA
sorry.
developer.
My heart dropped on
Sorry,
the wall.
dude, that was scary as fuck. All-time peak 30K. Almost more than double what Street Fighter had. But within the last 24 hours, 3.2K players.
Yeah, 30,000.
So
I
again,
knew there was a lot of people playing at one time.
not a complete picture, but keep in mind that PC is the best platform to play Guilty Gear and the best platform to play Street Fighter.
How do other games look though? Like, how does Fortnite look?
Or Modern Warfare.
Well,
For like the ultimate, like.
Well, Fortnite's free, though.
let's work our way up there. Then.
Could we really count that one?
Let's compare it to a
Call of Duty game.
an esport,
right?
something that's not an esport, right? What about Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
There we go.
That came out in what, 2013? 2012? No.
Oh my god, dude! People still
So
play that
within
game
the past
that
24
much?
hours, people. This is kind of depressing. Fuck. 3.7K
Wow.
on PC.
And there's newer Call of Duties out,
This
huh?
is BLOPS 3. Arguably
Yeah.
one of the better Call of Duties, but still.
I think the second one of Black
Wow,
Ops.
that's
was
intense.
sicker.
Dude, they're getting the same numbers as
That's just me.
our
though.
main game, Street
Isn't
Fighter.
that crazy?
The only Street Fighter right now.
Isn't that crazy? Better than Strive that just came out. All right.
And that has really good netcode.
It has
too.
great netcode. It has incredible I love Strive. I think most of the community likes Strive. But isn't that interesting? That's crazy.
That is intense.
Moving on.
Dude.
We're gonna go to Tekken 7. Tekken PC being one of the best platform for Tekken. Honestly, great
Tekken,
average.
bro.
5.7K. Sick.
People love Tekken.
Even with shitty online.
man's game.
Yeah. So the conversation can be opened up like what's the difference between Tekken and Street Fighter and Strive? And I don't know. I can't draw.
I think Tekken love dude, those Tekken players love that grind and learning all the characters, dude.
So
Yeah, well, it's
They
one of
love
the
the
first
hustle.
3D games too. So like a lot of people from
That's
like
a lot though. 5,000 Tekken
when
7.
it first came out, you know.
mhm.
That is crazy.
And this
Probably
is
went
not
back to
cross
it.
play either.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Isn't that? It's really it's a nice conversation to have. And maybe the 3D space, like you said, Mo, it translates more to people because you can move
Mhm.
around in all different directions instead of just two.
Yeah, 2D playing that's a harder fighting
Mhm.
game.
It's
Well,
something to keep in
I won't say
mind.
that. Never mind.
I
Cut
wonder
that out. I don't
if
want to get
it's
Tekken players.
Cancel.
I respect what. Wait, let me. I respect Tekken players. Their game is too hard for me. It's a man's game. I call it a man's game.
do you think it's because
Woo.
Good job. He'd be honored.
I don't know. Do you think because Tekken 7 and Mortal Kombat have like one thing in common, which
Mhm.
is oh no, never mind. I was gonna say like they look more realistic. Do you think that's what it is?
I think it's more. I don't know,
Like it's
man.
a more like immersive type of gameplay.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Why do people like Tekken so much? How's Soul Calibur? The Soul Calibur is another 3D
Yeah,
fighting game.
keep that in mind. I have a couple more prepared, but
Okay.
so what about a
I don't know.
game from where? What game is this?
It's just too hard, dude. Like there's
Here's
so many variables
this.
to these
This might help you out,
this
Mo.
type of thing.
So we're talking about realism and 3D space. For Honor. So For Honor,
Oh dang.
5.2K within the
my
last 24
God.
hours. All-time peak 216,000.
Whoa.
This is a fighting game, right? You know, it has some tech in it, mix-ups, so on and so forth.
Wait, what's For Honor? I don't
It's a
remember
medieval
this game.
fighting
It's a
game.
fighting game?
Mhm.
It's like a slow pace.
Oh, is it that medieval one that
Where you
they
you
hit each
yeah,
other?
you go like
The one Mike
that.
Ross is playing?
No,
Oh
that's a
wow.
different one.
Oh, that's a
This
different one.
this one's in
Okay.
first person, and you fight against teams.
The fighting style is kind of like a Dark Souls game, isn't it? Or like Bloodborne?
But it's a fighting game.
It's first person. It's first person. Yeah, it's a fighting game.
Oh, it's first person?
Yeah. So
It's like
I always thought it
Skyrim.
was third person.
Skyrim view?
I guess I'm thinking of a different game.
Is it first person? No, it's second guessing myself. Let me pull it up really quick. Maybe it'll help you.
I've never seen
It's
it.
it's on the
Man.
it blurs the line, right, between a fighting game and not a fighting game. Just like FGC versus what's it called?
Smash.
Oh, it is third person. Sorry, it's not first person. I stand corrected.
Well, see, that's the thing. Dark Souls is like a fighting game. If you think about like parrying, your distance, you have the distance.
Fatality, bro.
See, this makes sense because, like I said, people love Dark Souls. People will get addicted to Dark
So you think
Souls and Bloodborne and all those.
So the appeal is more of because it's Dark Souls rather than because it's a fighting game.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the appeal is the Dark Souls appeal.
I see then.
Like those mechanics, those mechanics sit with people more because it's like something they've seen in the past.
But at its core, it's really a strategic fighting game, though.
But they don't know that. I guarantee you they don't think they're playing a fighting game.
I think I think they do because it is team based and also, I think 1v1s too, right?
It is 1v1. Like we just saw a 1v1 match.
So I think they have like a team based type style.
They do have teams.
Because that's like the equivalent of someone's like saying like 1v1 me in MK. It's just like, yo, bro, 1v1 me in Dark Souls.
So the familiarity of people's controls and how they fight, that you think is a big reason for this bigger number. If I'm understanding.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I would think so.
I think it's because
Because those mechanics
Fighting
seem easy.
games are usually 1v1, huh?
Yeah.
Because usually from what we're seeing, like all these big numbers, it's like team-based stuff
Yeah, I think that weighs a lot in it.
and like more multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
So it
That's
gives
true.
it gives
yeah.
people more reason to learn it
I
for the sake of their team instead of just letting themselves down.
I think that's a
Kind of.
huge point. Exactly. They win together, they lose together. You know, it's not 1v1 and
And you can play with your friends. You can play with more friends.
yeah, if I lose,
when
it's
it-
my fault in a fighting game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a fighting game, it's you on the line pretty much. Like
Yeah.
it's just your brain,
Yeah.
you know.
And you could play with your friend because the thing with fighting games, you have to play against them.
Yeah.
So you could like, when you want to play with somebody, like you want them on your team usually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't want to like hurt your feelings
Yeah.
in Marvel 3.
Because like
Happen enough.
I think
alright.
I think it's more appealing to people to come up with strategies with multiple people
Mm-hmm.
as
and it's your
opposed to being
friend.
forced to come up with strategies on your own.
This
Like
is-
Yeah.
making
and
great
you're
fucking
gonna have to
points.
execute it on your own.
Yeah.
I think you guys have great points. Yeah, it's those
Because
are,
it's discouraging too sometimes.
yeah,
you
playing
know,
by
when you
yourself and
lose,
when you're losing.
It's like any one-on-one type of thing, like wrestling or something.
Mm. Oh,
It's
those are really,
very,
really good
like-
points.
Yeah, and there's less thinking usually, like with gun games. You chill with your friend, have a conversation. Fighting games, I can't really talk to you when I'm trying to like beat you.
No,
Yeah.
true. It's
And there's
not,
so much stuff going on.
and that I think is
Yeah.
a big hump for casual players to turn into
Yeah.
competitive players.
'Cause then I get mad at you, then I'm like,
Yeah, fucking
run it
Nemesis.
back, bro. I don't want to hear about your day now. Let's keep going.
It's too much of a.
Forget your folk.
I
Your
think
stupid
it's
little.
too much of a mental
Powerball.
grind, maybe.
So this is
and
drawing a
that's what
pretty
the
good
turnoff
picture.
is.
Yes, you're right. I think you have a. I think you're totally right, Mope. Yeah,
Wait, hold up. Is there any other 1v1 style game
yeah. There is.
that's not a fighting game?
Yes,
Do you have
I
that?
have the
Pull
data.
up the
I have the
stats.
data. Then let's
Do you
run
have
these
the
real quick
secret
then.
data?
So another team-based fighting game, Naraka Blade Point.
Yeah, that game's
Hun-
not playable. Who are these people playing this game, dude?
160,000 within the last.
Who are
Wait, it just hit the
playing-
peak in the last day. Wow. Okay, it hit the peak.
Maybe
oh
they
my
fixed the
gosh.
servers. Maybe we could play.
Oh yeah, maybe they
Dude,
did do
now we're getting
updates.
hyped. Oh
They did
shit,
do
I didn't even.
updates.
Sorry.
Dude.
Team-based
Dude,
fighting
maybe they fixed
game.
the servers.
If we hop on and lose or win, we're still playing together and it's still, still fun.
That's
That
the
game's
future
sick.
fighting games right there.
And then one last one that's gonna hopefully throw everybody for a loop.
Dude, I'm so hype. I hope they fix the servers so you can play it.
Uh,
Dang.
this is an old game, older than Call of Duty. I don't know if it had a circuit for eSports, but TF2 had 94,000 within the past
T400.
24 hours. This game released.
Oh my god.
When did this fucking game release?
5
I think I was
minutes
still in
ago.
middle school
Dang.
when this game released.
Dude, I think I was in diapers, bro.
This game came
I'm
out
so young.
in 2007, and it has
Dang, dude.
50 times the concurrent players Street Fighter V has. So I want to bring this all up not to depress everybody,
Oh god.
but to bring up that
That is.
I think us, even as FGC content creators, that we need to be aware of that hump that casuals have to become to enjoy the game.
There's a hump to hump.
One thing, the question does remain: is Street Fighter, fighting games, the only 1v1 esport that's not doing as well as it should? The answer is no.
Rocket League.
We have
Yeah, people love that game.
we have StarCraft 2, 1v1
That game.
RTS game. I don't know.
It's not doing good? Really?
It's doing
I don't believe you.
very well. I couldn't find the
It's-
exact stats, so I had to refer to some forums made this year
Yeah,
of course-
because I was about to say something gonna be canceled, but like, there's so many people playing that game.
what, StarCraft?
So many. Yeah, there's a lot of people play that game still,
Yeah,
right?
it's a 1v1 game.
Yeah, dude.
Hmm.
So
I've seen
from what
it.
I found, worldwide about 500K accounts per season.
Mhm.
So about 500K daily active users.
How many?
500K.
Yeah, like, okay. I was like, that game
So that's a
is
1v1
amazing,
game
like doing good.
that
That's where you like build your things, right?
Yeah.
And they like go attack and they have strategy. Then people call you like a poser if you like rush them or something.
really that's so I'm confused by this. This doesn't make sense. This is a versus game
Huh? Oh.
where if I fuck up, I lose and it all falls upon me. So why are there 500,000 people who like this? Who don't do it with fighting
Wait,
games?
which game is it?
StarCraft 2.
StarCraft 2. It's where you like build things to make other things, and you could attack people and build like defenses and stuff. It's like a strategy game.
Exactly. I think there was actually a tournament
Dude, people
this
love
year.
that game.
Yeah.
The ones that made Diablo made that game too, right?
Blizzard.
Same
yeah.
guys.
I don't know. I guess it has to just fall down to
Mechanics?
different
I don't know,
gameplay.
dude.
That's the thing.
I've seen that game and I don't know what's happening in
No.
it. I just know I watched someone get mad and start crying because like they rushed them, and I guess that's like frowned upon.
It's
Like,
crazy.
I
Man.
guess I don't know. Like they want you to build your stuff up. Just don't rush.
Just don't rush. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Call you a poser or something.
So
It's like picking up like Ed. You won't get respect playing Ed. Not for me.
no, I have a song. I have an Ed song on my SoundCloud. So
Dude, you should just play that song when Gutex wiggles his way out.
I can shoot that real quick. Sidetrack. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if there's an answer, but it's something to munch on.
Yeah, StarCraft's a hard one to do just because it's like one of those like games like WoW where the following is just too intense. Like, but then again, it's Street Fighter, dude. Street Fighter, bro. Like everyone knows who Ryu is, dude.
Yeah.
Like even kids in like elementary school know who Ryu are right now, and their dads know who Ryu are. And there's some
Ryu are-
grandfathers out there that know who Ryu. Like,
Yeah.
how old's Alex Vaya, dude? He knows who Ryu is. He knows how to jab with the Hadouken, dude.
I think
knows.
something does need to be said of how long fighting games have been an esport. You know, I think that holds a lot because you don't see like Fortnite within the next 10 years. It's not going to be an esport.
Fortnite? Are you sure? I don't know, man. I think
Maybe
Fortnite.
not. Okay. Maybe.
Because
Right.
I think Fortnite might be one of those like Minecraft WoW situations
Mm.
where it just doesn't die. Like CS:GO, like it just doesn't die. Could be one of those.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because like people like don't watch their kids. Like there's like clips of like them playing the game and babies are crying,
A Fortnite.
and that baby's gonna play it. Yeah,
And that
Fortnite.
baby's going to play.
And the wife's like yelling like, "Get your kid, it's your turn." It's like, "No, I'm in the middle," that type of deal.
It's crazy, man.
That's dude. Ooh, if someone did that to me playing Street Fighter, dude, oof. You can't just leave in Street Fighter. You can't pause Street Fighter. You know how many times my mom told me to pause the game? Like, dude, I can't. Like, it's all online. Like,
Do
you don't get it.
Do you think maybe it's because there's just not as many different fighting games?
There's a lot. Because the fighting game community has staple fighting games. We have Smash. I wish there was a way to tally Smash stats,
I can try to
dude.
pull
I don't know.
those stats up if they
It's
want.
Nah,
it's
that's
just I
impossible.
don't get it
Yeah.
either though. Like I
Oh
don't
my
get
gosh, Street
why
Fighter.
fighting
It's
games.
the learning curve. It has to be the learning curve.
Right.
But you're right, because I think StarCraft might have a hard learning curve. That's what's weird.
That's what's really weird.
And I bet you Dota has the same numbers, and that's like another hard game.
Yeah, Dota's like, I don't know what the numbers are for Dota, but that's the thing too.
But it's weird because fighting games are hard too, but I think it's more. It's it's not more like we were saying earlier about gun games. It's not in your face. Because I feel like Dota and like StarCraft, it's in your face. Like you get why it's hard. It's like management. You have to like manage everything. In a fighting game, you can have no clue for a long time that you
How's
need to manage distance and you need to manage
how's the
like
crap talking in these communities?
bad,
toxic.
dude. Dota's
Yeah.
evil.
They're toxic. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's like
So I'm
Call
like,
of
maybe it's
Duty,
that.
bro?
I
Shoot.
don't know, man.
Oh
Yeah, that's true.
man, clutch or
You're
kick,
right.
bro? What are you talking
It's
about?
good.
dude?
it's a I don't know.
Because I think the FGC is more like a friendly shit talking.
So
Nah,
In a
dude, I had to
way.
mute people on MK, bro. MK people were mean, dude.
Well,
Like I'm all
that's
bodying them and they're cussing me out, saying I'm being cheap. I let them get a
wish
hit
Street
and they're
Fighter
still
had
saying I'm
online
cheap.
talk, yeah,
Dude,
That's
MK
true.
does, and it's so
that's
weird.
awesome.
I'm like, what?
I love that.
Well, who's that guy that's not liking what's happening to him right now?
well, that's a game that got the more casual audience, and
Yeah. But
Right.
it's fun to have it on sometimes. Like, he keeps hitting me with the same move. So then I keep hitting him with the same move.
Yeah.
Because I bring him back to the real world situation, teaching him a lesson. Maybe one day he'll learn how to play a fighting game, but I taught him that day.
I don't know, dude. There's just
It's
too
a
many.
hard conversation. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really hard.
and I think it's still open. I don't think we figured it out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think what I do want to leave everybody, and us including, is fighting games are great. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
hmm
And I think the responsibility as content creators, as fans of the FGC, is to show the fun parts and to bring those casuals in
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
It-
definitely.
We need more fighting game fans. I don't.
Yeah. That's the sad thing, though, because, like, in fighting games, the fun part is at another person's, like, suspense. Like,
Yeah.
it's like someone's getting their slow crush when I keep hitting them with the same overhead over and over, but it's good. It's good content.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, dude. I don't know. I think the learning curve's too hard, and I think
But the learning curve is
Two.
also like a physical execution,
Yeah, it's a limit.
or
It's
it
a
can
hard
be
limit like
depending on what you're using.
I don't know. Learning curve is so much more in fighting games.
Because
Though.
there's games that are really complex, right? But it's just like a click, isn't it?
that. Like
You know,
like shooters.
Like the click of a
StarCraft.
StarCraft.
StarCraft?
Like you just
StarCraft.
Yeah,
No,
you're just
StarCraft.
clicking,
You're
but
just
it's just
clicking, yeah.
management.
Yeah.
It's like management.
Dude, I'll be honest. I've never like maybe Melee has a level of execution that rivals StarCraft 2. Their actions per minute. That's how many strokes they do on their keys and everything. It's insane.
It's intense, huh?
Insane.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Well, the conversation's
And I
still
think
open.
like I guess it's yeah, because I think it's just like learning curve, and the thing of what you need to learn is too hidden. It's just too hidden. Like you have to look for it.
There's a mental learning curve, physical learning curve, too hidden. What else?
Do you guys think the responsibility of lessening those curves, do you think the games themselves not having tutorials, not having, being able to play story mode and taking that into not being able to take that into an online match as an example, do you think that could be worked upon by the fighting game developers?
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. They need to. I don't know. They just need to.
They need to make that a little easier.
But that's just too hard. Like you don't know how the game's gonna look online. That's the thing. You don't know how it's going to look when someone else gets their hands on it and breaks it. Like they didn't know that there's going to be 0 loops. Like you couldn't see that coming. Like in Marvel 3.
Right.
Like there's no way they could have got someone ready for like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've
It's
racked
a
my
hard
head about
topic.
this a lot. And I think a lot of people have
Yeah.
too.
But then again, I think the games could stay as hard and hidden as they are now. But if they just did what MK does and like give that extra reasons to play, they'll get more people to play. Like even
Right.
just getting like daily challenges, because like some games I'll just play because of daily challenges. Like phone games, I'll just play for a daily challenge. If they had that for like a fighting game where you could get something cool at the end of like the week, like if they just could keep your attention, like a reason to keep logging in. Like I still play Red Dead because of like I don't want to lose my login bonus to get extra gold. So they just did things like that, like double XP. If they did more things like that, like if you're playing rank and you get double XP, and if you were to get like a certain rank for the whole season, you know how Apex does like the drop clouds. Give your character some kind of like something that's on their cosmetic
Yeah.
that shows that they did really good that season.
Stuff like that would
Just
help.
doing something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would help a lot because people love things like that. They love like MK Season Pass. There's a few where I had to play just because I wanted to get some of the skins they're providing.
Mhm.
So
I think
they just need more things. Street Fighter 5 tried to do it with the stupid like Monot Ball thing.
right,
I don't
the
know how
little
that works
packs, yeah.
still. No one knows where it's at anymore.
It's
Like whatever.
it's weird too because I think like, you know how we say fighting games, it's like the real learning stuff is like hidden.
Mhm.
I feel like that's what makes it so intriguing
Yeah.
because like it's you could compare that to like exploring a new area in a map. How intriguing that is! Like it's still like
Yeah.
unknown type of stuff that makes you want to explore it. And I think that's what like fighting games have too, like learning a new combo or just
Yeah.
seeing what this is really about, like how it's
Yeah.
played.
Do you think
I think that's what's really cool and what drew me to it.
Mhm.
fighting games seem too simple? Are fighting games too simple? We know they're complicated in the mind games, but are they too simple? I don't
Mm,
know. I don't know how to ask that question.
I think maybe to the
Well, they're too simple in the sense of what people think they
yeah,
are. That's
to
the
like the
problem.
untrained eye
The
Mhm.
thing,
type of thing.
the perception of the fighting game is messed up. There's a way to fix it. Because the bad thing is that the original fighting games were an arcade game. You get in there, put your quarter in, and you just hit the buttons and just make the moves come out. Like that's what they were in the beginning. I think the first like games were just 2 buttons that you press, and that was it. And you could move your character sideways. So
You think
that's the thing. The perception's too much on you're just pressing buttons.
yeah, because like when you're
Which
in
that's what it is. We all know that's all a fighting game is that you're just pressing attacks.
that's probably how people remember it
Yeah.
from
Mhm.
like arcades. It's just like just fun
Yeah.
button mashing, but like maybe people
And
thought that
movies
was annoying
too.
too.
Movies ruin it, dude. Every time I watch a movie and they're playing a fighting game, they're all mashing the controller
Yeah.
and they're like getting moves out, dude. Dude, you know I never got a flash kick to come out in Turbo 2 on Super Nintendo my whole life. Until I was a grown man with
Yeah.
a job. I never got a flash kick out on accident. Ever. Ever. I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I could mash until. Dude, that's like because me and Mope were brought to fighting games on Turbo 2 Street Fighter, and we could not ever in our life get a consistent Powerball. And it was that our whole life.
Yeah. Or
Like when we were
well,
young.
Right.
It was
I think it was
as
more
far as
the
our young life.
Shoryuken. Like that was like
Bro,
Like,
it was
how do we
hard to
do
get a
that,
consistent
dude?
powerball because I had no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
There's no way we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fighting games are always so hidden. MK, you didn't know until somebody showed you. Like, oh, if you just like walk back for a few seconds and then press punch, you'll get Scorpion's thing to
Right.
And
come
then,
out.
well, like,
It's so hidden.
what maybe is like what maybe
Yeah.
puts people off towards fighting games too is when you actually are given how to do these things, like visually, like you know, a command list. I think they just can't understand the command list too.
Yeah, the command
Yeah,
lists,
command lists are
honestly,
confusing.
they always suck on controller. Like, they always felt weird on controller.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion. Like, I can't.
Cause it's not like, well, you press square, then triangle, and then this. It goes by like light, medium, heavy punch. You know, it's not like
Yeah, dude.
that could be like a turn off to a lot of people like right away if you're a casual. I think.
Right.
I remember it
Yeah.
took me forever in Street Fighter 4 to be like,
Oh, it's
what
hurting
is
my
this?
head,
What does that
Yeah.
even mean?
Well,
Because now I'm
Like
thinking.
a charge move? What the
'cause-
heck? Like the inputs for a charge move, like it looks all weird in Street Fighter
Yeah.
4. Like in the command list. Well, to me, when
And
I was
fighting-
first learning it.
Yeah. Fighting games always have a shitty way to show you the moves. Like Street Fighter 5, it has a stupid like tutorial in the beginning that you're never gonna remember. And it's only for one character, that's what sucks. Like, it's just so hard to do it because you all know when you boot up Street Fighter 5 for the very first time, you're Ken and Ryu,
mhm.
and you learn a couple moves that they do, but that's only for them.
Right.
Like, you're not learning that tutorial. He was like, if you're just gonna play Ryu the whole day or play Ken the whole time,
Yeah.
or whoever character it is, like, there's no good way to like teach the full game unless all the buttons were the same for every character.
Yeah, each character is different, and then
They're
you have
too
to
unique.
take that into account in like
Yeah.
matchups, you know, matchup knowledge.
But that could turn someone off.
Too.
Like, dang, like I really want to play that character, but the tutorial this game gave me was just for Ryu.
Right.
So like, what do I do now?
There-
Like, I have to go out of my way, go to the training mode, pick the character,
It's
and then look at the move list.
it kind of seems like it's grinding for for all the wrong reasons. Like there's no like secret
I
costume
see.
for learning this Hadouken, you know. And I think that's probably what turns people off to
Fighting
it.
games
too.
need to get their shit together, dude. They need
Fighting,
they need to be more user friendly.
fighting games, yeah, fighting games are fun, but I think it is going to take someone with a good IP behind it to
Well, how would you try to fix it if you could try to fix it? What would be the first thing, like just at the entry level, like I want to play your game. What would be the first thing you think you'd have to do?
I think you have to start with a recognizable like game. Like imagine Dragon Ball Z fighters, you know, like they have Dragon Ball Z, like literally one of the most recognizable characters in the whole
Game.
world.
Characters in the world, yeah.
I think if they had that incredible tutorial, like what's it called? Them fighting herds. I don't know if you guys seen the tutorial for that, but it's like a story mode, and it's like a platformer.
Oh,
So
Oh,
it
that's cool.
shows you how to do everything, you know, and it lets you learn and play at the same time. That
Yeah.
with some modern lobbies like Power Rangers, and graphics, honestly, like KI, some incredible. I don't know. I hope the perfect game comes out, and I think until then we do need to
Yeah. Push it.
try to get more fighting game fans at least.
Yeah, dude. Dude, one thing I'll do is like make the sickest tutorial level ever. Like I'd get my team together and be like, we're just gonna work on a tutorial level until you fuckers get it right. And we're not leaving until that tutorial is fun to play and people might want to replay the tutorial level. just to make sure they learn the full game.
Yeah. Oh well.
Like that's what needs to happen.
Well, we'll put a bookmark in
cool.
that for now. Any last
man.
thoughts you guys want to put out?
Mm,
Any last thoughts?
Yeah, to wrap us up.
play fighting games. No, just kidding.
Play fighting games. They're fun.
Mhm.
It might suck to lose all the time, but just pick one thing to work on and just keep working on it. And then one time you'll be able to beat someone with the thing you're working on.
There you go. So, yeah,
It's testing your
give up.
mind
Yeah.
as well.
yeah.
If you want to just keep jumping in on someone so you hit that combo you've been trying in training mode, just keep doing that to that guy until you hit it. And then move on from there. Try to figure out why it was so hard to jump in on him.
Yeah. I want everybody to try it out and see how far they go. But that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching, listening,
Yay.
interacting, either with a like, comment, or even a subscription. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.
Damn.
See ya.
Peace. Pew, 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 pew.
And cut.
Pew, pew, pew.
Cut.